head to the money desk now. Devin Morgan joining us again. Hello, Devin. So, despite power cuts, high fuel prices, fear of contaminated beaches, it seems many people are saying nothing is going to get in the way of my holiday.
It's a long list, and I suppose it's the South African way. I mean, it's been that way for some time, albeit COVID was there. Now, Representative Sally of a number of lodges and hotels say they've seen holidaymakers, as you say, responding to last-minute deals. Today, government announcing Tuesday, the 27th of December, declaring it a public holiday with Christmas on the Sunday, and the 26th also traditionally a public holiday. But holidaymakers appear to be looking past all of those negatives you mentioned. Let's bring in Rosemary Anderson from the Federated Hospitality Association of Southern Africa. Rosemary, thanks indeed for your time. So as we said, you have those petrol prices, the high power cuts, contaminated beaches. It appears from what your members tell you, holidaymakers are looking past that, it seems.
Absolutely, Devin. Even the KZN area, which has really been given a bad press lately with the problem with the beaches, closures of beaches, our members in large hotel groups in Durban area are reporting occupancy levels close to pre-COVID, which is really good. But then, a lot of people go to Durban not only for the beaches. There's so many other offerings there. And there are lots of good specials on. And I think with the additional public holiday we've got, if you think about it, you could take a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and look at all the extra days you get off and not have to take leave. So I really think that's also going to buoy the holiday season and occupancy rates.
Yeah, I want to touch on that holiday, that extra holiday that we have just in a moment. But one wonders why those KZN beach destinations haven't seen many cancellations as one would have expected, over contamination fears. What's the reason for that? People are still heading there.
Yes, I think, Devin, it's because KZN and Durban, the beaches are only one of the attractions. There are lots of many things to do in Durban. There are lots of rich offerings. And the fact that they're showing pre-COVID similar occupancies is very good, because that's way up on last year. And last year, remember, this time last year, things were really gloomy for us because the new variant had just been announced worldwide and the world was boycotting us. So we're actually in a far better position than we were last year this time.
Yeah. Well, that's a bit of the good news there. But what are they saying, those members, what are they saying about the constant blackouts? Surely, despite being prepared, if you look at the situation we've been talking about the entire week, stage 6 power cuts, I mean, that's likely to throw a spanner in the works for the hospitality sector.
It really does, but I think everything is like a point of reference. Where were you last year this time? And last year this time, no one was allowed to fly into South Africa. We lost all of our international business. People were scared to travel. There were still high COVID rates. So I think as a comparison, and South Africans, and especially our businesses, we're really hardy. So I think from a comparison point of view, our industry is a lot more positive than it was this time last year. But you're perfectly right, Devin. The problem with interrupted electricity, for example, whether you're a large business or a small business in hospitality, you naturally open your fridge lots of times to get things in and out. If your electricity goes off for 4 or 5 or 6 hours a day, you're going to struggle to keep all of your fresh products fresh. Lots of wastage. It's a health and safety matter. So it really, really does make it a lot more difficult for our industry, as many other industries too, but particularly our industry. And I think that's something that government really needs to look at, is that basic bulk service delivery, whether it be electricity, safe sanitation, water, safe roads. If we don't supply those, it's really a basic that all tourists request. And it's really certainly not helping more tourists come to South Africa or making it easier for our industry to actually give a very good service.
Yeah, I mean, it's safe for the big hotel groups and lodges who have these huge generators, but one wonders these smaller outfits, I mean, whether or not you're supplying a bed and breakfast or whether you're just a tourism shop that's out there, it's quite expensive to maintain those type of inverters and generators that will take you through that long wave of a power cut. So that becomes a bit of a challenge, doesn't it?
It really does. And the smaller businesses, sadly, are actually even more severely affected. Some small cafes that are right on a street front, they might not be able to have a generator. The sad thing is the smaller companies are the ones worst affected. So now instead of bulk buying, you'll actually buy every day. And obviously your costs go up. So it really does make trying to stay in business and trying to stay profitable even more difficult. And that's why I think, you know, if you do have a few extra pennies, please spend it on tourism and hospitality this time of the year, because we employ so many people. Our industry employs about 1.5 million people in South Africa, and it's estimated about 7 people live off those 1.5 million people. So it's about 10 million people our industry employs. So if you do have any disposable income, please spend it in the hospitality industry this summer.
Now, as I end very quickly, just refer back to that public holiday, the 27th of December. That's now on a Tuesday. It's not very often that we get that, just following those 2 public holidays. I would have imagined that, you know, many people are on the holiday break anyway. Why does that extra public holiday make such a big difference and is welcomed by an industry like yours?
It really does, because you could leave work on the Friday and then you on holiday Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Okay. And it just, you don't have to take leave. It really makes a difference. And also remember, there are lots of very good specials on at the moment at a lot of hotels. So I can see a lot of people for an extra 4 days. That's a proper holiday and capitalizing on it. And the other good thing about it is that because it is declared a public holiday now, everyone in hospitality who works in hospitality will get paid double time that day. So that's also good for our industry.
Yeah, indeed, indeed. Rosemary Anderson from Federated, thanks very much indeed for your time. All right, quick